I'll be replacing the front brake pads on this Mercury Mariner. First you got to remove these plastic caps that are over the bolt. I'm using a T-45 Torx socket to remove these two bolts. There's one at the top, and then for the top one the hose was in the way, so I'm using a universal joint, and then the bottom one was easier to remove, so I didn't need to use the universal joint. Before doing any work, make sure the car handbrake is up and you put blocks behind the tires so it doesn't roll. And always use jack stands to support the car. So here's the top bolt. This is what the bolt looks like. Both the top and bottom bolt are identical. So this is the bottom bolt coming out. And once you remove the two bolts, you can use a flathead screwdriver to remove this metal clip. This next step is the hardest part. It took me the longest. The trick is you grab the caliper and you pull it towards you because you want to compress the piston to make more space in the caliper, so you can allow the caliper to move freely, and once you create enough space you can release the caliper. So here the caliper contains one of the brake pads on it, and the other brake pad is on the rotor, and you just slide it out to remove. And now you can put the new brake pad on the rotor, and the back brake pad is attached to the piston. You can apply some grease here to the back of the brake pad, and you can pick up this grease at the local automotive shops. For this brake pad, it attaches to the caliper piston with these clips that are located on the back of the brake pad. So you have to push the clips into the piston cavity, and then you will feel it lock into place. And since the new brake pads have a lot more thickness to it, you need to push the piston in further to allow more space in the caliper. So what you can do is take a C-clamp, and then you clamp the caliper and this brake pad to push in the piston here. So you just tighten it slowly, and then slowly this creates enough space to install the new pad with the caliper. And once you have it set, you want to put in the screws and then the clip. So here I'm putting in the clip, but I'm not securing the clip yet. I'm gonna put in the screws first. There's the two bolts you put in, the top and bottom one, and you want to tighten it to your vehicle specification torque, and using the same torque T-45 socket to tighten it. And then the bottom bolt, same thing, using the T-45 socket. Just hand tighten it for now. And then I pounded it with the hammer just so it locks in place a little better. And I took a flathead screwdriver, and at the very top of the clip, then I twisted the clip out, and then so it could be locked into place. This was kind of hard to do, but took a little time. And then once it locks into place, you want to push the clip in again, make sure it's secure, and then tighten up those two bolts in the back that you just hand tightened. So you use your socket and wrench and then torque it to the vehicle specs. This is important. You need to make sure it's tight. I also used a jack under the rotor, you can see here, just to secure it so it doesn't move down. So when I put the tire back on, I don't need to have to jack the car up higher because the rotor sank. And once you have it all tightened up, you can put on those two plastic caps that go over the boat. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.